Anyway, so segment 2, when you come over Tower Road, or you're on Tower Road coming over I-70, it will...
September 10th.
Thank you. You'll take a right, and it's not very well kept, so you might have to actually bushwhack on the trail a little bit. And it actually looks like a maintenance road that's got some high grasses. Morning. So make sure you've got, that's the only place we've been on the trail the entire time that we've gotten, things in our socks and shoes and things, spurs and dog ears and...
Okay, so it's maybe long pants.
Yeah, especially as we get into fall. Yeah, because a lot of that stuff will come to its prickly head. But it may be mowed when we go. I mean, we may have just hit it on a non-mowed day or something. She's a visual artist.
Oh.
Yeah. She's quite talented. She doesn't think she's good because there's so much talent in the class, so she's comparing herself against, other premium talent. So it's kind of funny, but she's a really good drawer. She's really starting to get pretty adept at watercolors. But she won't tell you this. I don't think she realizes yet. But I think her first love actually is ceramics, because when she's on the wheel, she's like, meditating almost. She's really into it, and what she produces is really amazing for her skill level at the moment. Yeah. Look at this whole bird condominium here. Really? Well, Willow's in the same family as Cottonwood and Aspen. Another nice morning. I'll tell you what, we have hit the weather unbelievably awesomely. So you going to try to get all the segments walked?
Yeah.
Good.
And that's why I don't want to miss a second mile one, because I just feel like I'd be more than almost halfway.
Yeah. Well, and it's so much easier to walk distances when you're with people.
Well, it is, because mostly, my friend helped me out, but she's moving to Larkspur at the end of this month. That helped me out with Delaney, and I didn't even do the whole thing. And then, that's kind of frustrating. Yeah, so Susan and Carol were talking, that's how we're going to make this easier.
Yeah, was it you or was it Carol that emailed me and said you wanted to get together on Labor Day?
That was me.
Okay. And I forgot to say something this morning. So when we get to a break, I'll say something. There are. There are. So when we take our break, we'll talk about that. Oh, they haven't? Okay.
That's why that's how so I've been using that as my research.
Good morning.
I realized
Yeah, I will, they were supposed to fix it all, so will.
well, that was last week. Do you think
Okay.
that changes?
Probably not, because they're supposed to do it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Because I went to sign up for it and I was like, this looks a job. Yep, that's a pretty good. But I might also change the scenery tomorrow. So I don't.
Have you done the sand dunes before?
No.
Oh, it is.
But switching over to still doing it, but doing it in October rather than September. Cold. But no, I'd rather do it on Labor Day. So I can get around to work.
Do you know Nicole?
No.
She's the one that's leading the trip.
Oh, okay.
She's awesome.
Oh, good.
You will really like her. She has a business called Wild Dream Walks. And all she does is get people to dream and verbalize their dreams. Not dream like sleeping dreams. Like, I've always had the dream of going to Europe or starting my own business or whatever. She's amazing.
Have you ever done the other meeting?
I have not. I have several friends. I have two friends on it right now.
Well,
One
yeah,
that's leaving in a
I read
couple
one
weeks. Yeah.
on the walls.
Yeah, Dawn is, she's on her second or third day now. And then I've got another friend, Chris, who's leaving in 2 weeks. She's leading a trip on the Camino through the Colorado Mountain Club. So I kind of feel like I should go do it because everybody else is doing it.
I saw that posted on Facebook.
Yeah, that's the leg I'm going to do. I'm not interested in doing 500 miles. But 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, which is 100 miles, that's, you can do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Good morning.
But next year you're going to Mexico.
Yeah, oh my god, that trip, we just submitted our proposal to the committee. We're waiting for them to approve it.
The walk to connect.
Colorado Mountain Club.
Oh, Colorado Mountain.
Yeah. Let me get this picture here. And let's all wait here. Yeah, I'll say a few things. We're gonna wait here, let everybody catch up. That's all right. We're gonna gather around. I'm gonna tell you some stories here about Greenwood Village as soon as everybody comes together. We've got a few more folks coming. Are your feet okay in your sandals?
My feet are great.
Okay.
Aren't they cute?
They are.
I bet it's fun to get those in the tub at the end.
Let's make some room for Robin and Melinda and Steve and Dave and everybody going good? Yep. Right. Another beautiful day to walk. I can't believe whoever our weather god is, so let's give a little thank you to the weather god. So I thought we'd stop here for a second. I wanted to point out a couple things about Greenwood Village. So if you guys looked at the map, in this area, the High Line pretty much does a big horseshoe. That's basically kind of how we're walking. And the problem is that the land within the horseshoe, within Greenwood Village, that peninsula that's within the horseshoe, it doesn't drain very well. And Glenwood, this village of Greenwood, thank you. I'm getting Glenwood Springs and all those all mixed up. Anyway, the village doesn't have a really good infrastructure for handling its stormwater. So they have partnered with Denver Water to do a pilot study to have all the stormwater drain into the High Line. So all the reasons why we have stormwater runoff is, the reason why we have stormwater gathering spots is to collect that dirty water, let the dirt, the yuck settle out of it, and create cleaner water. So that's what the canal is doing along this area. So although there's not water right here, but further down there was water. And we had rain earlier this week, so the canal was pretty full down, we passed it. So anyway, the pilot is going really well. It's the whole 2016 that they're going to do the pilot for, so of the half of the year that we've had it, it's been very successful. So the expectation is that the Denver Water will try to implement stormwater runoff programs elsewhere on the canal. So that does two things. Number one, it gets us cleaner water, and number two, it keeps Denver Water from having to build additional infrastructure to manage the stormwater, because the canal will take it. Whose water bill has doubled in the last month? Whose Denver water bill has doubled in the last month? Okay, that's all. So the backstory to that is, so if you live in Denver, depends on what your usage is. There's a new formula they're using to calculate your water bill, and a lot of people in the last month have been hit with almost double the size of their water bill, and that's rooted in the need to build infrastructure for stormwater management. So let's all hope, let's all pray, let's all give kudos to Denver Water for trying to figure out how to use current structure to manage new infrastructure needs for our stormwater. So anyway, which is kind of cool. So anyway, let's cross our fingers that that's successful. Also, I just want to point out, this is not a big deal, but all through Greenwood Village, Greenwood Village, obviously I don't live here. Greenwood, all of the crossings are solar powered, so they're very proud of that. So, just notice that out. So, anyway, for anybody that's new, two things that we always talk about when we're on the canal. One is, okay, who gets to answer this question? Why is the High Line named the High Line? The highest topography line. That's because the whole canal is gravity fed for 71 miles. And how much are we walking, uphill or downhill to Waterton Canyon? Uphill. And how much are we gaining? 200 feet. So yeah, so about 200 feet. Yeah, over 70 miles. So we're gaining about 200 feet from the end to the beginning. So anyway, just a couple little tidbits. So everybody's doing great, right? We're about a mile and a half in, so just keep on going. Thanks. Wait, we got a mile marker. We need a model. We need a mile. I need a model. Model, that's you.
Oh, sure.
You're all passed up 29. You didn't even give me a. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder what we just saw for a mile and a half. So Brenda, how did you hear about our walk?
My friend Jennifer, Jennifer Knight, she slept in, she overslept. She's going to meet us at the end. And
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
She said, hey, you're doing this with me. I said, okay. She did the Camino this summer.
What's her last name?
Night?
Is she related to Sharon? Sharon Knight? Is she related to Sharon Knight?
No.
I don't think I know Jennifer. Maybe I'll know her when I see her.
Yeah. So that's,
So have you done any other Walk to Connect walks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Good.
I'm just telling Millie, having the kind of job that, it's pretty easy for it to overtake your life.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
right. That's right. So my first husband and I, we disagreed on a lot of things. Look at this giant house. Yeah, my first husband. We disagreed on a lot, which is clearly why we're divorced. But,
Me too.
he believed that a job, the only purpose of a job was to make money to enjoy the weekend. That was it.
Well,
Okay?
maybe a little more to it.
And I said, so my philosophy was, if you're going to be spending 40 to 70 to 80, 90 hours a week doing something, why don't you enjoy it?
That's right.
And so
That's right.
that was like the basic of the conflict of all of our marriage. Because of we never agreed on anything. But anyway, but even if you're working at 90 hours a week, that doesn't mean it's your life. So that's where that fine line comes in. What do you do?
I'm kind of in between. Really, right now I'm a department chair, but transitioning into physical therapy where I'm doing professional development and human assessment for our center.
Where do you work?
Community College of Denver.
I just retired from Pearson. I used to
Oh, you
call on
did?
higher ed every day. So you chair what department?
AAA, Student Success Skills.
I called on student success, developmental studies,
Yeah.
and well, it was about my career. I did everything, but recently I did student success, developmental studies, and then freshman comp. So, yeah.
Now, where did you, which school did you visit?
Well, when I was a rep,